Are we on the verge of a giant asteroid smashing into Earth? Or is this just another near miss? You know, at times like this, we need comfort. We need calm. We need Michelle Nichols, Director of Public Observing and Observation and Stuff at the Adler Planetarium. If you get her business card, it says it on there. It says stuff, right, yep. Michelle? Doesn't it say stuff?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Stuff, things, it covers everything.
At the Adler since 1995. She started at 4 years old. People don't know that.
That's amazing.
That's how smart she was. And still is. We love the Adler. Can I plug the Adler first?
Please do.
The Adler is an unbelievable asset to the Midwest and the city of Chicago. And if you're going to come see us in Chicago at any time in 2024, please put the Adler on your list. There's no better planetarium anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We are we're one of the biggest 5 in the country. It's really cool. I love working there.
Yeah, but it's just cool.
You love working there. You've been there 95.
Yeah, the way you guys do it, the exhibits, the knowledge, your treatment of kids, school trips. If you're in school and you haven't had a field trip to the Adler yet, I recommend you, especially if you're second and third grade, protest today.
Go into your teacher right now. Tell them.
By the way, can I tell your audience that the fact that you're plugging the Adler is a foreshadowing of the fact that you really don't need to worry about the asteroid?
Oh, is that right? Because I'm saying it's not going to end in a couple years. You're just going to be able to keep going to the Adler and enjoy the truth about space.
That's right.
Exactly. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, was that plug? Sure. Did you feel like that plug covered it, or would you like to add something to it?
No, that was really wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I believe it. I believe every word I said. And of course, the Adler Planet. Just Google up on the Google machine, Adler Planetarium, and follow them on social as well. All right, so we keep seeing this story, and it comes from great journalistic sources like the New York Post and the internet. And if you can't believe those two, who can you believe? An asteroid the size of a sports stadium hurling towards Earth this week is going to be joined by 4 other celestial near misses. The largest is expected to pass less than 2 million miles from Earth on Friday. 2 million miles in space terms isn't that far, is it?
It's not, but if you consider that the moon is only about 240,000 miles away, this thing is well past the orbit of the moon. So, yeah. And by the way, this happens all the time. There are asteroids going past every single day. I'm actually on a website right now looking at the next 5.
What's the website? Because people want to know.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We've got.
But what is the website you're looking at, or is it a super secret science site that we can't see?
No, it's a Jet Propulsion Lab NASA website. It's called Asteroid Watch Next 5 Approaches.
Okay.
So, let's see. Today we have one going past at about 372,000 miles, and it is about 20 feet in diameter.
Okay.
One a little bit later today, about a little under 4 million miles away. It's about the size of a plane. Another one, let's see, the first, what is that? That would be Thursday. Mm-hmm. So about 1.5 million miles.
Oh.
About the size of a house.
Oh, boy.
Another one Thursday, about 2 million miles, about the size of a plane. And then there's that stadium-sized one, about 900 feet in diameter, a little under 2 million miles.
So as we get really excited about this, it's just not a big deal. It's happening every single day, and there's nothing to see here type of thing.
And explain what protects us, why these things can't take a right turn and smash us.
Because that's how physics works. So,
oh, you sound like my physics teacher. Little pat on the head, Steve.
In order for something to take a right turn in space, something has to cause it to take the right turn. It's not just going to do it all by itself. And so if we worked out the orbit, it's just going to keep going in that orbit until something comes by and runs into it, or it interacts with something really, really big, which it won't. So for these, we know the orbit pretty darn well, and there's nothing to worry about for these.
Jane, an object in motion tends to stay in motion.
So you learned something.
You
remembered
by an
something.
outside force. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Michelle, I have to tell you something. I was in the jungles in Mexico last weekend, and I said, you know what? I just need to see what outer space looks like. And I looked up, And I've never seen so many clusters of stars and planets, because we don't see that here unless we come see you.
Awesome?
It was amazing. It was, I just was walking around with my head in the air after that every night because it was stunning. And I'm sorry that we don't get to see it here.
And that's the thing that I tell people. If you're going on vacay and you're going someplace nice and dark, just go outside, look up. I mean, there's some places around that still don't have a whole lot of light pollution, and it's really magical when you get to have that experience.
The best sky I ever saw, and I'm spacing. We were just talking about this the other day, Arizona, Red Rock Country.
Sedona?
Sedona. We were in Sedona and going outside at night and looking up, and there's no light. Sedona's a little town. And it feels like the stars are right on top of you. It's very cool.
Yeah. And there's definitely places that have more of a mindset toward trying to prevent light pollution. So if you start early before the town gets overrun, then it's a little easier. So, yeah, definitely do that if you get a chance to go anywhere out in Arizona, New Mexico. That area is just beautiful.
I almost felt bad, too, because when I looked up, you can see, here's the Big Dipper and the little, the things that you learn in school. But there was these clusters of stars, or they could have been planets. I don't know what they were, but there were so many that I've actually never seen in the sky.
Yeah, and the wintertime sky is amazing for looking at those sorts of things. There's a lot of interesting things to see in the wintertime sky, like the Seven Sisters star cluster, the Pleiades. There's some gas clouds, call them nebulae or nebula, and it's stuff that you actually can see with the naked eye if you're out where it's dark. Yeah.
By the way, if you're listening somewhere a long ways away and you don't know when you can get to Chicago, you guys still do those virtual field trips too?
We have virtual learning experiences, yes. So folks, if they're from at a school, they can go on our website and get more information. They're called virtual learning experiences, and we have an awesome staff who facilitates those. And if folks want to come in person on a field trip, hey, Tuesdays and Thursdays are school group only days. We don't have the public come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it's a bonus for school groups. They love it. It's really great to just be able to concentrate on the school groups. So
I've been around on a couple of those, and I love seeing your staff's faces, because what's cooler than seeing a little kid amazed by something? A first-time experience.
I never get tired of it.
Let's go live to Nick. Nick is reporting from the International Space Station. Yes, Nick, what is your question?
Are you guys gearing up for April? Because I understand it's going to be a full solar eclipse. And am I correct in reading that the next one won't be, that we can see from our location in Chicago, won't be until another 20 years?
So it's a total solar eclipse, just not total here. And yes, we are gearing up for it. We'll have telescopes out, we'll have an event and all that kind of stuff. But it's Monday, April 8th, not total here. It'll be 94% coverage, which is more than we had in 2017.
That's close enough.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Yep, and the next the next total solar eclipse to occur in the continental United States is in the 2040s. There will be some other solar eclipses between now and then, just not as extensive as that one. But yeah, it's 94% here total down in southern Illinois, down toward Indianapolis. It's a big deal.
Was it? When was the last? Because you guys had a huge event out there 10 years ago, maybe. Maybe a little less.
I think you're talking about the 2018 one, right?
Was that 18?
Yeah. August 2017. August 21st, 2017.
And I mean, the whole, everything, it was just crowded. Navy Pier, the planet, the whole, there was thousands of people out there.
That's the one that moved Tom Skilling to tears. Remember that great promo?
It did. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And Ron in DeKalb says, go to the Grand Canyon, half the park after dark. You won't believe the stars.
I believe it.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Michelle, thanks for what you guys do at the Adler and adlerplanetarium.org, I assume? Or is there a different website that I need to know?
Adlerplanetarium.org. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, not just a pretty face. Thank you, Michelle.
Have a great day.
See you later. She so reminded me. I had like a physics teacher flashback.
And
did you hear how agitated she was when I just didn't know my physics?
Yeah. Why do the asteroids not take a left turn?
Because an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless it's disturbed by an outside force.
And how did she correct you?
She basically just patted me on the head and said, how about you shut up and I'll talk?
Yep.
And by the way, she wasn't wrong.